Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance, everybody. We got a special video today where I'm going to show you pretty much all of the side gigs that I do that help generate passive income. Not really, some of them do. But I have multiple side gigs besides working at a job. Why do I do this? Number one, because I'm addicted to it. Okay, there's nothing better than somebody just sending you money. Just sending you money. You do something real quick for them, and then that's it. It is a great feeling instead of just going to work and collecting your paycheck and burk, burk, burk. That's the first reason I do side gigs. It's addicting. It's an adrenaline rush. The second reason is I like having backup sources of income. So if my job becomes toxic and horrible, guess what? I can quit my job if I really need to. So what does Strongman do? Well, I've got a full-time job. I'm a senior accountant at a local corporation. I do journal entries and account reconciliations and profit and loss calculations and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to tell you where I work because I got stalkers out there. But I have a full-time job. I work 40 hours a week. I'm also in the military. Okay, I'm an Army reservist. I don't drill that much, but I am in the reserves. That's how I get cheap health care. And I've got other things. Now, what you're looking at now is this website called Wyzant. Wyzant is where you go if you want a specialized tutor to teach you something. It could be, there's categories for everything. Bodybuilding, finance, meta, coding, accounting. Basically, you go here, and it's a marketplace. You go here, you find a tutor that you like, you message the tutor. If the tutor likes you, they take you, schedule a time to meet, and you go ahead and work. I've been on here for a long time. I've worked 625 hours tutoring people on this website. And I've made a decent amount of money. Now I charge, we'll go look at my public profile. On my tutoring website, I charge $70 an hour. That's right. You're going to have to pay me $70 an hour through this website if you want me to tutor you. Now, if you want me to teach you directly, guess what? You can actually reach out to me directly, and I'll charge you a little bit more, $75, but this number also doesn't show you some of the extra fees that Wyzant charges you. So it's actually cheaper to pay me directly. But I will tutor you directly as well on any accounting subject that you need. But this is a side gig that I've been doing, and I've made about cumulative, after Wyzant gets their cut, probably $25K from this. This side gig was amazing because right after I got off work, especially during the whole lockdown period, I would get off work and I'd start tutoring people. And I could fit in, some days I'd work 4 extra hours a day. And when you're charging $50, $60, $70 an hour and you work an extra 4 hours a day, it sucks a little bit, but it's really addicting when you look and you see that you made $200 extra in a day. Now, during the clown market, during the lockdowns, I was tutoring, everybody was going bananas for online tutoring. And one month I made like $3,000. It was crazy. I mean, I worked my tail off, but I made $3,000. Since then, this website has really died off. I mean, I only make maybe a couple $100 at best off of this website. It's definitely slowed down since the whole lockdown stimmy era ended. But for a while, it paid pretty well, and it's a pretty good side gig. I mean, even one student, if I work with them consistently, I can make a decent amount of money off that one student. I remember one girl, she was studying for a final exam. We tutored every day, 2-3 hours a day, and I made like $700-800 off of her. It was pretty good. So this is one side job that I do. Now, the other side job, obviously, is YouTube. Everybody knows you're freaking watching my YouTube channel right now. And generally, I make $15 to $20 a day. Now, this is during the holiday season, so some of the days are going to be better. Like you can see here, November 21st, I made almost $50, and then I made almost $50 on November 26th. But this is holiday rates. So generally, if you look at the prior months, I made $642 in November. I'm currently at $243 in December. As of December, it's probably, the 13th? So I'll make maybe five. If I really push hard at the end of this year, I can make maybe an extra $550, $600 this month, but whatever I feel like doing. But you can see that October, September, I wasn't making as much. August and July, I made $500 and $600 a month because I was pumping out videos like crazy. I've since really reduced my volume, If I picked up my volume again, I bet you I could get this to 1,000 probably during the holidays. But overall, I would say on average it's probably $400 or $500 a month from YouTube. Lifetime, I've made $21,304. Now you may be like, "Wow, that's a lot." For all the time I put into YouTube, it's really not. But we all know YouTube's my side gig. You get paid once a month. They pay you around the 20th, 21st, and you go on with your merry life. So that's YouTube. Now, another thing I do is I actually create problems with textbooks. I help create accounting digital versions of textbooks. Now, I pulled up this example here from Chegg. Okay, Chegg, the cheater website. Chegg has an example of a problem that I would create. So what I do is I sign a contract with this company. And they say, "Chris, you're going to do 10 of these type of problems, 10 of these, 10 of these. Here's your guidelines. Do the problems." I'll literally take software and they'll give me a problem like this in a Word document, and I will take this and I will type this into the software and make it into a problem. So when a student is doing this, like they're doing the problem on a computer, they can actually click and type in stuff, and it'll tell you, it'll give you feedback if you get it wrong. I'm the one doing all that. So for example, they'll give me a problem and they'll give me this and they'll say, okay, for example, yard professionals experience the following events in year one. So what I'll do is I'll type this in and then I'll program yard so that it can actually change. Like for different students, it'll show a different name or a different numbers. Like for example, performed services for $23,000 cash. I can program it so one student sees 25,000, another student sees 22,000, etc., etc. So I'm just putting this in, and I'm actually creating these tables with all the options and feedback that the student uses. And that's what I get paid to do. I get paid by the problem. I finish the problem, they review it. If they say it's good and it goes through QC, QA, QC, whatever, it's done. That's it. And then eventually I submit my invoice and they pay me. On average, some contracts only made a couple $100. One time I got like $2,200, but I get contracts here and there. I work on the problems. I send them in. I don't have to go anywhere. I work at it directly from my house, and that's all I do. It's pretty nice. So this is another thing I do. Now, I also have this dedicated video thing. I think most people know what this is, but basically you send me $50 and I make you a dedicated video on my YouTube channel. Now, the beauty of it is I get $50, right? I get $50. But I also get the ad revenue from the video. So it's like a double win-win. You get a video, whatever video you want, as long as it's not illegal. I get $50 and I get ad revenue on the video. So if you want a dedicated video, you send me $50 and I will gladly make it. I'm just not going to pick stocks for you and make stock predictions, okay? Now, my last and favorite side gig is authoring. That's right. I'm the author of a book, Stop Being a Broke Loser. Let's see if we can pull it up here. Here it is, Stop Being a Broke Loser by Christopher Bell. This is the book that I wrote, okay? And this is actually a beautiful way to make money. So I wrote the book, I self-edited, I uploaded it to Amazon, and that's literally all I do. When you order a book, Amazon prints it and mails it to you. I do nothing. I have zero involvement. But I get a little check every month. Now, it's not a ton of money, okay? So far, I've sold one freaking book this month. You get a little bit of money from people reading the pages, like the ebook, and then I get like $5.50 for every time I sell a book. But I literally do nothing. I uploaded the book a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I literally just get paid. Let's see this year. How much did I make this year off? If it actually loads. So I've made $174 selling books this year. And then lifetime, I've made $938. So you can see, like, I went through a crazy couple months. So think about this. I wrote the book here, right? I uploaded it, and then I was done. And then every month, I sold a book here, sold a book there, sold a book here, sold a book there. And some months, I was getting $130, $28, $80, $85. Like, it's pretty freaking nice, okay? It's awesome. You literally do nothing. I love it. I mean, yeah, it's not life-changing money, but imagine if you got super famous on YouTube. You can make a pretty good living off of this, okay? So that's some of the few side gigs that I do. There's so much more that sometimes I lose track of all the things I do. But overall, over time, you start building up these multiple streams of income: YouTube, tutoring, textbook editing, videos, and it all adds up to a decent amount. And eventually, long term, when this YouTube channel gets big, which hopefully it does in 2095, at that point, I'll be able to make a pretty good living just doing all the side gigs that I do. But that's going to be a long time in the future. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it's inspired you to stop being a loser and get a side job. And I'll talk to you later. Cheers!